It's been a long 3 days for I'm a Celebrity fans after the show was pulled off air last week. But the good news is that the campmates will be back in the castle on our screens from tonight.
Thank goodness. And here to tell us more live from North Wales are Anne today. Good morning, boys.
Morning.
Yay.
Oh, thank goodness you're back on air.
Oh,
We're so bored.
Listen, we've been so bored. We've got nothing to watch. We've been sitting there waiting for you guys to turn up, and tonight is the night. But let's go back to Friday, because Friday was when the storm blew in. When did you realise how serious it had got?
We got a call on Friday afternoon to say to come into site as soon as possible because there was a storm on the way, and we were going to have to pre-record the show just to be safe. Just in case satellites went down and stuff, and sure enough the storm started coming in, so we pre-recorded Friday's show. We pre-recorded a trial, or we did a trial with them on Friday, then we went home and the show went out, and we came back to our cottages here and we could hear the winds howling and blowing, so we knew it was pretty rough. And then we got a call Saturday morning to say that basically the wind had pretty much destroyed the tech base. The marquees had come down and trees had been felled.
Oh yeah, you can see it there.
Boulders had moved. So the site was unsafe. Nobody was allowed back on the site until they'd been on and done a whole geological survey to see what had happened. So there was no choice but to just pull the show over the weekend, which we were just gutted about. And then in the end, the celebrities had to come out. We had to bring them out and put them back into quarantine, so they've all been in individual quarantines. So it's been a huge upheaval of a week, but the production team, I have to say, have been magnificent, just getting this site up and running and making it safe that everybody can get back on and we can get the celebs back in and start the show again. So it's been a monumental effort on everybody's part.
Well, you look at, I mean, that castle's been standing there for a very long time, so a storm coming through is probably not going to make too many dings in the side of a very old Welsh castle. That base is absolutely essential for the broadcasting of the show. It's got all your editing facilities in there. And so looking at the way that was, and the fact that you're back on the telly tonight, and loads of the papers are saying, Matthew Wright was saying yesterday, they'll never get back on again. What a amazing task for everyone to pull together and rebuild that.
Yeah, I mean, because they could have quite easily said there's too much damage done to the production base and that we won't be able to get back on air, but they've worked round the clock. The team have been magnificent and they've got us back in. You're right in saying the castle is the one thing that is absolutely fine. I mean, the only reason they took the celebrities out of there was because we felt it was just mean keeping them in there when we can't film them, we can't do anything with them, we can't do trials with them. So it was decided to take them out of the castle and put them into their single quarantine like they had before they went in the show. So they've got no phones, no internet. They are completely cut off from the rest of the world. Just how we like it.
Just how we like it. Although I wonder what that does to them, because you think when they first go into that experience, the beginning bit's really tough as they adjust. Then the adjustment period happens. By the end of the first week, they start to settle and get used to it. This is going to sort of ruin the flow for them, isn't it, a little bit, when they come back in?
Interestingly, they were all gutted because they've been in there the best part of a week and they've all really bonded. They were absolutely gutted to leave and they were like, no, just get us back in as soon as you can. Arlene took her sleeping bag because she's been sleeping really well in there. So Arlene took her bag to her digs.
Danny's sleeping on the floor.
He's been sleeping on the floor because he's not comfortable in the bed. So they're kind of raring to get back in and finish the challenge. You know, they've done a week of it and they want the full experience. So they're desperate to get back in as well. So
although Frankie did take all of her knickers to wash in the sink because they
trust you to spot that.
Well, that's what I hear. I hear these things, Jack. What can I say?
It's very important to have clean knickers to be fair.
Essential. So just one thing here. If Richard Madeley had been able to stay there, do you think you might then have been tempted to leave them all in the castle overnight during the storm?
Richard actually asked to see if he could go in the castle once we got rid of them all. He loved it.
We were gutted to see him go, and I know you boys were as well. I mean, his trials are just brilliant. You guys laughing at him was just a highlight.
We've
tried to get him
for so long, and every year we would badger him to do it, and he would say, no. And this year he finally said yes, and we got him in, and we're like, oh, he's going to do it. And he unfortunately had a bit of a funny turn and, had to come out. So, and it was just that whole thing that because he'd had to go to hospital and he was being seen by people up close, and he'd stepped out of that COVID bubble that they were all in together, that he couldn't go back in. So that was really frustrating as well, that actually physically he was fine to do it. It was just the fact that he'd broken the restrictions, which is just so frustrating.
So how is everybody now? They're all back out the hotels. They've been in their bubble. They're back in the castle. You're back on the telly tonight. What's the feeling like amongst everyone?
Well, there's a slight worry because I think there's more bad weather coming next week. But I think it's just temperatures dropping and maybe a bit of snow, a bit of frost. So I think we can cope with that. I mean, touch wood.
And you put, I mean, normally... Sorry, Dick?
We never get this in Australia.
That's what I was going to say. We're seeing pictures of you going on very cold walks, not those sunny beaches of Oz, eh?
Yeah.
No golf courses.
It's been a challenge, but like we said, the team have been fantastic. We're back on air tonight, and we can't wait to get going again because it was just hitting its stride. The show was really motoring, and it was such a shame to come off air for those few days.
Yeah,
we're back on.
Yeah,
and we're thrilled.
The celebs are heading back into camp today. We'll have a live for a trial, and we'll shoot a trial tonight, and then hopefully it's business resumed as normal.
Amazing. Well, it's tonight at 9 on ITV, and during our last series of Dancing on Ice, when we stumbled and fell through the thing, we thought, this is a nightmare. You've beaten us.
Well, let's not speak too soon, but let's hope we're back on now through till the end.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Good luck tonight.
Thanks,
Hope
guys.
it goes well. Lots of love.
Nice to see you both.
Good to see you.
Bye.
Bye now.